can see how fast each kind of grabs the sword close to their body. They kind of grab it with both of their hands and not to let any time of their sword to kind of have a weakness or be taken away or something.
Yeah. He just says, seeing how unsure you are of him, he says, well, let's get out of here. I have a lot of fixing to do with the hull. I think I'll need to collect some gadolite at least. I'll have to fabricate some new tubing. Yeah.
Basically, it's gonna take more than just a small paid job to fix the ship.
I'll probably have to forge new receptors and stuff. Yeah, let's go back to the cockpit. Let's check it out. And he waits for you guys to go through. Yeah. I'm assuming everybody goes through. He follows. He closes up the how do you call it? It's this the square, this metal square with little buttons on it. It has a tiny camera. It literally looks like a server, just like a massive server, a metallic one. If that, there's no heat or noise coming from it, but it is connected to the wall, which you can assume is connected to other stuff in the ship. Effectively, he just does some double check stuff, and honestly, I think a dozen flowers would have already been fixing half the stuff here, and he could get it done in record time. Let's see how well he does. He still has some progress to do. He's chewing cables at the moment, from what you can tell. Rolled so fucking low. Oh gosh. He's not doing too great until Aerotrix comes and helps him. Despite that,
he is not lost to this world.
Despite that, all of you, I can say, are now what? Overworld bound. It'll take, I don't know, roll me d12s, everybody. Yes, roll low. We want the low right now. The one time I want low rolls. But for you. No, that's not good. Okay, so as averaged out, I would say it'll take about 8 days, effectively, for everything to get done. I will give you that 1 day leeway. You guys went dragon hunting, and then yeah. By that time, I'm assuming you guys would have gotten used to the Project 23 itself, the people that are there, and effectively be prepared to get out. Right?
Yeah, I think that there might be like one or two people that Ronnie would maybe want to talk to before we shipped out, but
sure. Who?
One of them's definitely Aerotrix.
Okay.
And then I guess another one might be Arthur.
And Arthur's got to pick up his dress suit.
Oh no, you would have gone that already.
Okay.
From the city? Grenguana?
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys would have gone that already. You would have gone that before you left it. Oh no. It would have been it would have been, what's his name that would have gone it for you? Fuck. Ilarion.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he flew over to get something back, and then he flew back, so it made sense.
Okay, I kind of forgot that detail.
Yeah,
but...
you would have had a long rest in the beginning of this game, and then several days passed, so several long rests. Anything you guys want to do in between that time? Lunara, you got like a dozen of varied potions. Some of strength, some of speed, some of invisibility. I will send you the exact list proper later. There are a plethora of health potions for this guy. He would not need to roll, so they would be. I'll send you the list for that later because I have to figure out the suitcase situation and what exactly you got. But what is it that you guys want to do during this time? Do you guys just want to, once everything's ready, you fill the rooms, get out?
Well,
or are we
I
trying
guess
to spend more time here, get something else done?
I guess for this session at least, we can get Arthur and Ronnie's conversation off the board.
Sure, do that if you guys wish.
Remember that conversation? Arthur looks at Ronnie. Remember that conversation we were trying to get, but after this situation, I think we should continue.
Sounds great.
So, what was it like that again? Oh, what was it again? I completely forgot what it was about.
I'm trying to remember. The last time that we talked, it was before the fight that Ronnie had with Bjorn. And I think we were talking mission stuff, maybe some of Ronnie's background.
Oh, right. I was about to tell you what I was doing down here.
Yeah.
Arthur goes ahead and brings his hand out for again another whisper.
Ronnie will lean in.
To escort someone by the name of Rex Miono. That name ring any bells?
Yeah, it's familiar. Out of character, DM, Rex is one of the people that I know about, right?
You know Rex Miono to be the name of a creature. It was one of those legends that fought against Adasor, one of the ones that did not die, but one that became quickly clear target against Adasor, and if anything helped against stopping Adasor with Azayela. Other than that, you don't know much about the individual. You thought at first they were like a human, and then you found out that they are both a star person and also not, because they don't look like it.
And a seahorse.
And again, this is common in Aeon.
But they're not one of the people specifically that Ronnie's trying to search for.
No, but they actually know those people.
Okay.
So they would be a
it's
useful resource if they spot them.
So it's all kind of interconnected then.
Maybe. You're not sure if they're connected with them being here, but if they have seen any of those people, they would know where to point them out to you for, at least. Words. Why am I... What the fuck? I'm dying.
Ronnie will kind of look over at Arthur.
Excuse me.
I have a few things that I have to get done. At least while I'm here. But after that, I think that I'll be able to pursue some of my personal interests once we're off-world. I mean, there's a few hoops I may have to go through, but after all this, there's a journey I'd like to go on. And I have means of finding things of great value that I would like to pursue. And depending on how well we pull everything off, maybe you, Yorn, all of our friends might want to come with me when I go and do that.
That sounds
If you
like
did,
a good
I
proposition.
see that you gotta get a fair cut. And
You don't mind if I
Leave-
be less. I hope you don't mind that I'm not as what's the phrase? Discretion as everyone else.
Discreet.
Yeah, I'm not that. I'm basically telling him that I hope you don't mind that I'm not very discreet on our business.
Well, you've done so well recently. What are you talking about? You've learned.
Improved.
You've been whispering with Ronnie this entire time. I don't have to make perception checks anymore.
let's just say that this might call for a little bit of discretion, as it's a
Oh, I thought I was talking about I won't stick around in palaces, but I will fight in battle.
But this. Have you ever heard the name the Black Nebula? Does it sound familiar to you?
Does Arthur know anyone by that name?
You have heard of it. Ronnie, tell him.
Black Nebula is a legendary pirate vessel that stole thousands and thousands of treasures from kings all across the galaxy. It was a fable, a legend, something that nobody's really ever been able to prove is real up to this point, but is this black ship that is supposedly shrouded in infamy.
Yeah, I heard of that vessel. I think it's more of a tale anyway. But if you're looking for it, I won't mind helping.
Ronnie will kind of like rummage into his jacket, and he will pull out this very discreetly, like almost like not even fully taking it out of his jacket. But you'll see this kind of like metallic orb that kind of like reconfigures itself, and he'll kind of look at you and go, "This here thing is a map. It leads to the Black Nebula. It's real.
Interesting.
I've seen it. I've opened it. I know the combination to it. But after all this is said and done, we could use this map and find it. The ship will be mine. But it's the key to getting to the treasure, so if we can get to it, think of all the gold and jewels and everything that could be waiting for us when we find the loot of 10,000 kings.
Now that is something that is ringing in my ears. He says while giving a slight giggle.
I need a crew. I need people that I can trust. And my contacts tell me that they're building a crew and requisitioning things. If we work well together, I don't see any reason why we can't try to go and find this thing. But I need this. And I need it to happen soon because I'm on borrowed time, Arthur.
Okay. We'll do the best we could, but with the ship's repairs, we can't really guarantee we'll go quickly.
I get that. Everything in good time. But, the one that... There is somebody that knows I have this. And I'm not sure how far they're willing to go to get it back. I don't really think they know I'm here, so as long as I don't have any bounties on my head, I think I'm safe.
Don't worry about having a bounty on your head. They're more focused on putting bounties on beasts than people.
There are also hidden bounties.
And I'll
bounties.
I'll level with you, Arthur. If you haven't figured it out, I'm a pirate. Where I came from.
Oh, you're a scout, an outlaw working for the Corhorns. Now that is something I don't hear every day.
Well, it's kind of a gray area, Arthur. But, I rolled with, Richter Steele on board the Leviathan.
Does Arthur know who he's talking about?
Yeah, you've heard of them. In passing, you don't know much other than their name. They're prominent in the Aeon systems, but you're sort of disconnected to that. But you've heard of it.
So, you have connections, you want the treasure, and you want us to help.
That's pretty much what I'm about in a nutshell.
We'll help you, he says as he gives Ronin a big hug.
Okay. As that is happening, I then assume that Lunara and Ange are interviewing the other two individuals that needed to be vetted that Princess Malachite is now pestering you guys about. So, these two, I did have them held in a suite, one of the better ones that we fixed up there to the east, I say, but she says where the location is, which is relatively to the where E is on this side. And I think it'd be best if you guys actually speak to them before I give them any job. I don't really know to fully trust them, and we could really use their help so we could cut down on the time. I think one of them is very useful. Well, actually, they're both useful, I think. But again, I don't want to make the final decision, and I know it's your ship, and things could happen where like weirdo people show up and like try to cause problems. I don't want to be blamed for that. Everyone else has less of an important job. These two I was thinking of putting in a better spot, but it is technically a sensitive location.
I'm just kinda looking at this Inkarnate, and it makes a resigned face. And kinda whispers something along the lines of, it's great, and finish it already.
Okay.
But let's not drag it. Let's not let it drag.
So they run outside and grab a little robot dude who shows up to you guys. This is Modron, I believe they call it, for sure. He just walks up. He has not a blade in his hand. He has a wrench in his hand. It is pretty massive. It could be used as a bludgeoning weapon. They sort of carry this thing that's half their weight on their shoulder and walk up to you. I believe, Ronin, would you be with us? Would Lunara be with us?
Probably.
Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, this creature walks up to you and Ange, and they would say, "Yeah, I'm here to help. I got stuck here, sent by a time creature, and they were like, help the people to get out. And I was looking around, and I kept asking, hey, are you the people that want to get out? Get out." And everyone just keeps saying no or kicking me. And when I finally came here, and I asked the nice lady who yells whenever the big wolf where no, I think it was a bear. The wolf bear guy kept trying to look for drinks, but they said no. But they said I could come in because you guys are looking to get out, and I'm trying to help the people get out who are looking to get out. And the skitter response of this individual probably annoys both of you. Kresh is covering his ears. Kresh is just like, fuck this guy.
Inch tries to looks at them and maintains the most neutral face possible.
Mm-hmm.
Looking like a poker face.
Yeah, make charisma saving throw. Want to see how good that is.
Let's see how much of a poker face we can master.
We'll see. Yeah, you're fine. Mm-hmm.
Looks at them and like, exactly could you aim?
Nonchalant. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Exactly are you able to aid us?
I can help make things, repair things. I can do things like give me something to fix and I will fix it. And if it requires too much stuff, I could even help with that even better. I'm how do you say, I've collected enough resources and have put it inside of my body, and I hold a lot of stuff in me. Here, let me show you. And they like sort of open their mouth with both their hands, and they just start spitting out like a bunch of planks of wood, just one after another, after another, after another. And then they sort of just stop, and I'm like, okay, that's all the wood I have, but I have like other better stuff, like for this thing. I think the lady said to just eat up as much of the stone here, and so I did. But that's all the wood I have, so hopefully you don't need any more of that, because I have no more.
Inju looks at the large pile of wood in front of them and the tiny creature and kinda ask themselves, of course not out loud, but think for themselves. It's like, if did all of that stuff get into? And is trying to maintain the poker face as well.
Excellent.
And they look at them and it's like, how much of that stone did you manage to grab?
Before, when I got here, then the computer war started, and then I had to take a break because I had to hide. But then when that was destroyed, I got back to work. It was easier around the fire forest, and yeah, I mean, like, I got like a couple tons. It's not. It's raw, you know. It's just raw stone, but if you get me to a smithy, or if you get me to something like a place where they could dilute the metal properly, then you have pure galliolite to use for whatever function you want to use. He's looking around this entire ship that's like basically a city of galliolite, forged but definitely probably a heavy cost.
Inch kinda looks at them and is like, could you solve us well the decoration issues?
Repeat that for me. I didn't hear.
Could you do anything about all of the decorations?
Decorations.
Yeah,
So,
you said we had a lot of our stuff.
I can't shape things. I can't no, I can't make them pretty. I could just make them work. I could make them functional. You need an artist for that, like an artisan that is good at that. And you see that this thing is pretty beautiful. In fact, as if an artisan did create them. They look tarnished around the corners, but maybe a little rust. Other than that, they look immaculate. Uh, in all other form. In fact, the weapon that he has, his wrench, is rusty as hell comparably to them. But they seem to move almost no issue. But seem incapable to doing that themselves. Go ahead.
Inch looks at them and turns towards Lunara and is like, this one seems useful. And with most straight face possible, they turn towards them and ask, can you store wine as well?
I wouldn't. Everything inside of me swims around pretty badly. And you can tell, like, the wood itself maybe has been shipped around as if it's been, like, banging around and stuff. It's not... Doesn't seem like the best situation for glass, let us say. Nope. Either way, once I help the people that I'm here to help for, to get the people that get out, to get them out, then I can finally go home. So, are you them? The people that want to get out, get out? Can I help you? Get out? Yeah?
I suppose we are, and they kinda pinch their forehead as they are listening to their kitchen voice.
Okay, so where should I get to work? Or you want me to just figure that out? Because I could pretty much figure that out. Like, this thing is old.
I would like you to focus on repairing the largest parts that metallic parts that are missing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. The princess lady told me to start working on the hull, but yeah, I'll talk to her and make sure that still needs repairing. All right, cool. Thank you. They kind of walk out before you get to say anything. They leave the.
Turns towards Lunara and is like, Malachite princess. She's very useful. Where did you find her?
Lunara.
Sorry, what did you ask?
About the Malachite princess. Where did you find her? Because she's pretty good at her job.
She was just one of the ones who was brought to us. I don't really remember.
Out of game?
Yeah.
Did the princess end up with the team? That's an out of game question.
What was the question?
So, asked Ronin character Lunara about how did we meet the princess, and I'm asking you if Lunara will know how did they meet up with the team.
Oh no, yeah, she just joined the crew with like most of them. I think they were just in the first bit of the interviews. Is all. They just happened to be one of the people that were willing to sort of corral the other individuals here because it got out of hand. The interview process, at least, as they were sort of seeing multiple people back and forth. They were like, man, if they keep hiring more people, it's going to get pretty bad. So I need to start managing stuff. She just took it upon herself to help out in a little more fashion with the individuals that the group hired. But yeah, you guys want to talk to the other guy who comes in?
After the Netta goes away, and she just says,
I can't hear you. I don't hear you at all. Yes.
Okay, so Ange says next.
It was just two of them. He does come in, this massive individual. They said I was supposed to help the little guy. He already left. Should I follow him?
For you.
I don't know. I was told to come here, and when I was done talking to you, to help the little guy, is what the Malachite lady told me to do.
I'm asking you, what's your name?
Oh, I am Mordor. I am Alfred Mordor II. You can call me Al, or Fred, or Mordor. Your choice. Either way, I used to be a scoundrel, I think you would call it. A scourge. I used to be a scourge of this world, and then I found this thing that gave me like brain or thoughts or mind. So
sorry, my computer crashed. I'm pretty sure by this point, me and Ronnie are still doing that conversation.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, yeah, I'll get back to you in 2 seconds. Let me finish up right here.
Oh, I know.
But yeah, you guys would be probably conversing while this is happening for sure.
Okay, just want to make sure.
This individual says to you though, when I could finally, do things for myself, when I was no longer a machine for someone else, I decided to check out the world, see about it, and then people are looking to leave this place, and I want to, how do you call it, travel. And I heard this place from the little guy that this place is the place to get out.
And she looks at him and kind of thinks to themselves, this one is so boring. They are still maintaining that poker face. And it's like, and what exactly can you do? Like, what are your qualifications?
I'm big and strong, and I don't know. They sort of shrug. This individual is effectively a dryad. They seem to be a green hulkish individual. Maybe most of their body is vines. The people in the underworld call them grim orcs, but This one seems to be aware, and usually they're seen as bad things. Usually slay them when they appear, because they appear in drones or hordes and destroy everything around them. But this one seems to be pacified.
And she kind of thinks a moment, kind of whispers to Lunara, "Are we gonna take him? Seems kind of useless, but got the spirit."
Doesn't matter to me either way.
And Angel's like, "Go and help that guy and try not to get in the way too much."
Alright. He runs out. Princess Malachite comes in after he leaves, and he says, "Great, so all good with them, right?"
First one seems pretty good. The second one still have some doubts.
Sure, I'll keep an eye on him if you want.
Oh, I will be so much grateful.
Yes, I'll put a pair of rats on them. I do have. Go ahead.
I have no idea how much I appreciate your presence here.
Yes, I think you've mentioned it once. It is great to hear as many times as you wish to say, but don't hurt yourself now, okay? She smiles as she jokes towards you. By this point, Arthur and Ronnie probably would be. I assume this is happening like inside of one of the buildings, inside of it'd probably be a dozen flowers room. Effectively his shop. He would have given you a key as well to the door. It's a gate, really, Ronin, that lets you in. Like, you can tell, like, the way for him to get in is either by opening the gate or going through the back door. You have the key to the gate. So if you ever leave it, all you have to do is close it and lock it for him. But there isn't anything of value really hanging around. Despite that, both Arthur and Ronnie would be done with their little conversation, come back out from the back area, and Princess Malachite would ask just one last thing. As I am going to close up the game after this, she says, "I don't think I ever had an answer on the mimic. I have had them sort of hang around. They do seem like they're not just gonna attack everyone as long as they are being fed properly, so that's a benefit, I think. Do you guys wish to talk to them again, or do you want me to get them out, or should I kill the thing? I'd never seen something like that not try to eat me, I will say."
Arthur kind of interjects, "A mimic that doesn't eat people."
Well, they could.
Other?
They just haven't yet.
No, I'm saying a mimic that hasn't tried to eat someone. Well, that's something I didn't see every day.
And just looking at Malachite, and it's like, I would recommend keeping safe distance. Through the pity for you, miss, to get first.
So what's that mean? Should I give them the job, or
We'll deal with him ourselves.
you want to talk to them?
Yeah.
Okay, I will bring them in. Give me a moment. They leave for like 5 minutes, and they come back. Do you guys want to do or say anything in that 5 minutes? How many times?
Arthur says, once we're out in space, our friend Ronnie here has a treasure hunt. That's quite treasure hunt. He's just
Arthur, don't speak up too loud. Yeah.
I did. That's why I said I speak in a hushed tone.
Yeah, you guys are in a pretty safe locale right now. Like, you guys are not around people.
Okay. Yeah, I have a job that could really benefit all of us if we all play our cards right. But we have to get done with all this place first. And after I find the people I need to find, it should free up my personal interests quite a bit.
All right.
But there's an opportunity for us if you are all up for it.
Give them the sales pitch.
What I'm after is, well, do you know of a ship called the Black Nebula? And Ronnie gets into the details about it, that it's this... A lot of people, it's a legend. It's a story, you know, like a boogeyman story, basically.
And for the first
And
time,
then he...
do Lunara and Ange hear that story.
Okay,
And
so
Ronnie will pull out the map.
Do you turn on the map?
He takes the map out to show that it's there. But he does not open it.
okay, so out of game question.
Yeah.
How old is that ship?
It is not known to you.
Okay. That's enough.
But yeah.
Somebody I knew told me stories about this ship, and for the longest time I thought that's all it was stories, but it's real. And I have the key to that ship. And that ship, whoever has it can find the loot of 10,000 kings. I'm not the only one looking for it. When I took this map, somebody else I know wanted it. I know this is the real deal.
Ange kinda looks at Ronny and is like, and how do you don't have a... How did this happen? How does it happen that you don't have a target on your head yet?
Well, that's kind of a long story. But for now, it seems like people I'm working with are keeping me mostly out of hot water. But I can't guarantee how long that will last.
Ange kinda raises one of the eyebrows and is like, well, with an inquisitive look.
Well, once we're able to get all of this said and done, if you guys want to help me, I promise a fair share. As long as I am the sole proprietor of the Black Nebula, that ship will be mine.
I'm already in, Arthur says.
The loot of 10,000 kings has a nice ring, does it not? Be more than enough.
Plus, imagine the discovery, the fame that comes with it.
Sheesh. Makes a million gold seem like a grain of sand.
Inch kinda looks at Arthur and is like, you help me out. I wanna see your eyes. Yeah, Angie is kind of that in.
Kind of what?
In.
Not hearing you.
Can't you hear me?
Not that last part. What'd you say?
So, Angie's like telling Arthur that they're gonna help him.
Awesome.
Also, they're like, riches are not my main goal. But a ship would be useful.
You're on a ship. Yeah,
Yeah,
you want to make
but
an armada. Gotcha.
they don't like that ship.
Oh yeah.
As long as you don't mind running with a black flag, I have no problem once I have the ship and it's mine. Taking you around the cosmos in it, for however long you like.
And just like, black, it's not a bad color.
Oh shit.
What about you, Lunara? Are you vibing with what Ronnie's saying?
Sounds like it's already been decided, so I guess we'll just go with it.
Okay. So yeah, if you guys ever get out of the underworld, that could be nice to seek out. Fix yourself a little spaceship that has the capabilities of traversing long distances. If only you could find something of that manner. Oh wait, we're on it. Okay, cool. So question. You guys want this mimic thing, right? Is that what we ended up with?
We haven't.
Or you needed to interview it? Oh yeah, we need to interview it. Okay. So he will arrive after much time to you. They do take their time because they're walking very slowly and eventually arrive. And they say, yes, I'm here for the entry interview. I believe I heard.
Is there seats where we're in? In the room we're in?
The what?
Well,
Yeah. You guys would be like in this area, probably sitting in the seats there, and they're just outside looking at you.
for
yeah.
money.
What'd you say?
What form did this mimic take?
What form? Oh, yeah, they look like a bed. They look like the picture. They're massive. This is at least a California king. Big bet.
And just like asking them, why exactly would you want this job?
Well, you see, I find myself requiring exit from this realm. Not many find me their liking, I guess. I put people off. Maybe it's my maw, possibly my sticky substance when anyone tries to lay on my comfortable sheets that are not sheets. But I do have one capability that it's far surpassing any other that is similar to me. I can mesh well with what I appear to be and can almost act like it. I effectively am here to offer my services to your ship for as long as you need to a certain point. As long as when that point is done, I am paid for it and let go without issue or concern or liability. But if you have me in your retinue, I would be able to assist if ever the occurrence of, like, let's say, a breaching of the ship's hull when in outer space. I can find myself in that exact location, ensure that it's patched immediately, and the surface of that will emulate what surrounds it, being almost as strong. Effectively, what he's saying is when the ship is to take damage, he'll act as a part of the ship, which will basically keep the ship from falling or breaking. Or
And
being
she looks,
boarded.
and she looks at Mimic and is like, that would be a nice they think for themselves. But it would be a nice idea, but still, that's a mimic. And kinda looks at their teammates, almost asking for an answer or an opinion from them.
Wait,
They're
what?
like,
Mhm.
they're like thinking for themselves, this seems useful, but it's a mimic. They could help us, but it's a mimic.
Do you asking
How we
yourself that,
see-
or are you asking everyone else that?
They ask themselves that, but
Oh, okay,
we
okay.
can, ours can see their troubled look.
Okay.
Arthur's like, would you be content with only like a small contract, only as far as extends till I reach topside?
I was thinking maybe a year, if you wish. I did want to travel and see multiple different places. I could even extend that further if you wish, but I do not know your plans on exit. Do you plan to take a year to leave? If then, this probably wouldn't be my best option. If you were to leave soon, then I could see more. If I see more, then I can emulate more. And if I can do that, then I will be happy in any form I wish. As he's in front of you, he forms himself to be like a pretty massive love seat. Yeah, like a sofa.
There is one concern that my associates and evermore the crew like settle. And that's the fact that most mimics that me and my associate, me, my the other captains, when they encounter mimics, they usually try to what's the phrase that won't insult you? Eat them?
Devour. Yes.
Yeah. As you can see, all of them failed.
Oh, no. You misunderstand. I am not simply a mimic. I was turned into a mimic.
So you were something else prior.
Of course, my friend. I may still have that hunger of which a mimic would carry, but I can at least keep myself from... And he sort of is using the tongue to lick the corner of the couches to just eat anyone I come across. But I prefer to find less intelligent of a kill. If it can converse with me, I won't attack it. If it has capability of thoughts, as we do, I may not devour it. I have also kept a couple of pets and Actually, I have eaten them after a while because sometimes I do get hungry and I can't find something else.
It's
Can Ronnie
awful.
insight this dude?
Yes. What part are you inciting? He said a lot.
That he only eats lesser intelligent creatures, which my insight was an 11, so not that great. But
So, what does
I just want to know if he's only eating things that are not like
Yeah.
sentient.
It's hard to tell from this thing that is a shifting creature, literally turn in front of your eyes from a massive bed to this very tall, almost keenly love seat. And they're hard to read, but no, you don't think they're lying. They seem to be honest. They even admitted that they ate their pet, which, they kind of, the tone was like, oh, I didn't want to do it, but I did really need to eat. Yeah. Shit happens.
Arthur looks at the mimic with a finger pointing at the couch and saying, "There's one caveat for working on our crew.
Mm-hmm.
That if you kill anyone in the crew or its passengers,
Yes.
off to the airlock."
Excellent. That is what I presumed would happen.
Don't eat any rats. They are working for us.
They roll insight checks. Yeah, so Ronnie, you already know.
7.
Yeah, you already know that he's already eaten at least a rat. He just got really quiet all of a sudden. You guys can't tell though. Well, let me roll it. Yeah, you guys can't tell.
Was the rat particularly big?
No, you guys can't tell that he ate a rat.
Oh, we can't tell.
No, Ronnie gets the feeling that he did though. But also, Ronnie doesn't know what they're talking about. You don't know anything about the rats, Ronnie. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
Just remember that.
Perhaps if there's things that we don't want him to eat, if we do take him along, perhaps we should get things that he can eat.
That is true. And then Arthur kind of like stands up and starts walking towards the... He's basically gonna try to get supplies through requisition.
Are we taking the mimic then?
Sure, we could use the backup.
That an agreement? Lunara? You want a mimic on this ship? Do you trust a mimic to be here? Lunara? Ronin, you there? You're muted for me. Okay. Main?
Okay, so Inch really doesn't trust the mimic.
Okay.
Like, it's a mimic. They are barely sporting amphitrix.
Yeah. So what do you say? Do you say something?
They are just turning towards the other two and it's like... They've probably eaten a few rats already. Are we sure they're the best person for us?
I mean, there are benefits to having one around. I mean, I've personally been on ships that had holes blown in them, and it takes a while to get it all figured out. Sometimes it can be fatal. If we have somebody that can just seal it shut until we can make a decent repair, that right there is handy enough. But, the way I see it, I don't trust anybody until I've gotten to know them good enough. And if this thing does make a move on any of us, somebody turns up missing or whatever, Arthur's right. We blow it out of the freaking airlock. End of story.
Well, I think I'm gonna end up the dude.
Arthur also interjects, and he seems to have accepted that consequence.
I agree with you this time. This time. It kinda still looks with a piercing eye at Ronny. Also working their eyes towards Ronny's thing.
Alright. As you all sort of give a thumbs up to this mimic, and before Arthur runs out to look for materials to requisition from I don't know who you plan on running to.
He's trying to find. He's trying to try to find a communicator to talk to. What was that pilot's name again? That robot pilot.
A dozen flowers?
Summers? No, it's.
Oh, you're talking about the one who's right outside with a ship that can't go in from the entry point in the ceiling door? Yeah.
No.
Summer.
Summer. There. That one.
She's,
I was hoping to get her to travel us from place to place to do our errands. Do all these errands.
yeah, you could always ask her. She's hanging around until you guys do or ask them for anything. They seem to just be up there. And we can take care of that next game because we're done here.
Good.
The mimic is pleasantly surprised, but is now ready to go to work wherever you station them. Probably the more vital locations of the ship. But that's for you to decide. And we can figure that out next game.
Well, good night. I have to go.
Good night, everyone.
Sleep.
Thank you so much. It's a good game.
Good game, everybody.
Good
Catch you later.
everybody.